million tons of plastic enter our oceans every year. That's 8 million tons of water bottles, plastic bags, milk cartons, spoons, forks, knives, and much more. Most of this trash will end up in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, an area of trash in the ocean larger than the state of Texas. But sadly, this problem doesn't directly affect our lives. We rarely see the damages it causes ocean creatures, but the damage is there. When you think of plastic pollution, you probably think of turtles and straws, but it is so much more than that. 80% of marine life is contaminated by plastic. More than 817 marine species are affected by plastic pollution, causing suffocation and making the ocean a generally unlivable place. So, why should you care? When we eat seafood or consume anything that has come in contact with this plastic, we are at risk of long-term health issues like hormonal, reproductive, nervous system, and kidney failure that can be passed on for generations. I bet many of you weren't aware of this. So the goal of my project was to inform more people about this problem. In January, I launched LNC Ocean Month at my high school. On my Twitter, I posted daily facts, organizations helping the cause like Wholesome Culture and Bionic Yarn, and tips for people to reduce their plastic footprint. I got a lot of participation from students, teachers, and even people who don't go to charter. Also in January, I created an ongoing art project to spark interest in the plastic problem. It began as a blank mural of a whale. Then I slowly started to add it with plastic, adding more and more every day until the whale was completely consumed by the trash. Every day as I put more plastic up, I noticed more reaction from my school. A lot of teachers followed along with my progress, and I noticed students getting more attached to the whale as I covered her up. In the end, it took me 307 pieces of trash to cover an 8-foot by 4-foot mural. This only took me 14 days to complete, from the small fraction of plastic collected around my school and home. Now you may be wondering, how did this not take longer? Well, on average, humans will use more than 1,500 plastic bottles every second. And each one of us will throw away more than 185 pounds of trash per year. Aren't you tired of drowning in the plastic? Aren't you tired of the constant damages we inflict on the ocean every second of our lives? If this much damage can be caused from a few people, think about the amount of plastic entering the ocean from 7 billion others. While the mural may not be up forever, I'm already making plans so I can continue to spread my message throughout next year and even after I graduate. In February, my project took an unexpected leap forward when our class got to go on a field trip to make videos for nonprofit organizations. I was assigned to the Charlotte Surfrider Foundation, and I can't express how grateful I am I was introduced to them. I talked to the head of the Charlotte chapter, Tony Dobson. I told him about my mural and told me how excited he was to see the younger generations getting more involved. So, he told me he would help me start a Charlotte Surfrider Club at my high school. I'm hoping the addition of this new club next year will continue to spread awareness and get more students involved in this issue. But the solution does not stop here. The changes I'm hoping for will not come overnight, and a lot of the damage is irreversible. But everyone in this room has the power to help. Small changes in your everyday products can have a larger impact than you may think. We can no longer just sit around talking about the issue without ever actually doing anything about it. If we want to see change, we have to make a difference. So, what are you going to change? Will you use a biodegradable toothbrush? Will you use an aluminum water bottle? Will you use a reusable grocery bag? A metal straw? With these minor changes, marine life will finally be able to flourish and live the peaceful existence it deserves. Thank you.
Hanna!